The Strait of Juan de Fuca separates the international boundary between Canada's Vancouver Island to the north and the United States. To the south lies the mountains of the vast Olympic National Park. Stretching from Cape Flattery near Neah Bay, east to Port Townsend and the Hood River, one can find a varied assortment of wildlife and amazing scenery. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 restrictions, the Neah Bay region was off limits during our visit to visitors per tribal regulations. The John Wayne Marina is named for the iconic actor that loved to visit the scenic Sequim Bay on the family yacht the Wild Goose. He envisioned a marina here, and after his death, his family donated 22 acres to make his vision a reality. We found this area to be an excellent place to study gulls. This Harriman's gull was taking a bath in a freshwater creek flowing into the marina area. The Harriman's gull is noticeably grayer than all the other gulls and has a distinct red beak, making it the easiest North American gull to identify. Their breeding grounds are in the Gulf of California of northwestern Mexico, and most birds migrate northward to spend the late summer and fall along the Pacific coast, from California to southwestern British Columbia. During the summer months, the Bonaparte's gull has a blackish hood. The hood fades into a blackish smudge behind the eye during winter. This individual is beginning to molt into winter plumage. This small tern-like gull breeds in Alaska and Canada, then migrates to the coastal areas of the United States, Mexico, and Cuba for the winter. We also saw this glaucous-winged gull and California gull. West of Sequim Bay, we visited Dungeness Nest National Wildlife Refuge. Measuring more than 5 miles long, it is the longest natural spit in the United States. Larger than some gulls, the Caspian tern is the largest tern in the world. It has a thick, bright red bill, and breeding plumage birds have a distinct black cap, which becomes streaked with white in the winter. This individual is diving for fish, proving that patience and persistence will eventually pay off. Known in Europe as gray plovers, summer plumage black-bellied plovers have a black face and belly with a frosty crown and nape. Winter birds are overall paler, lacking the black face and belly. Black-bellied plovers breed in the Arctic areas of Alaska, Canada, and Russia, then migrate south to the coastal areas around the world. The Semi-Palmated Plover breeds on beaches and open ground across northern Canada and Alaska. It migrates for the winter to the coastal areas of the southern United States, the Caribbean, and much of South America. This individual is using its long toes to vibrate the wet sand, causing prey to flush to the surface. The common loon, or the great northern diver if you live in Europe, is a large bird that breeds in the Arctic areas of North America and parts of Eurasia. Winter plumage birds are much paler and less distinct with paler bills. We found this breeding plumage bird in the harbor of Edie's Hook in Port Angeles. A common sight in cities around the world, rock pigeons were first introduced to North America from Europe by the earliest settlers in Jamestown and Plymouth back in the 1600s. Native to Europe, Northern Africa, and Western Asia, rock pigeons can be found on every continent except Antarctica. Another introduced bird that we found was a house sparrow. Native to Eurasia and North Africa, house sparrows were first introduced to the United States in Brooklyn, New York, back in 1851. By 1900, it had spread to the Rocky Mountains and reached California 10 years later. Other than Alaska and northern Canada, it has since spread throughout the urban areas of North America. The males can be told from a paler and browner females by the gray crown, chestnut back, white cheeks, and black bib. Harlequin ducks are small ducks that breed along cold, fast-moving mountain streams and rivers. They spend the winters along nearby rocky coastlines. The females are similar to the large female surf squirters, but have 3 white head spots instead of just 2. These birds are standing on a mussel-covered rock surrounded by a large floating bed of kelp. It is a common year-round resident along the North Olympic coast. Native to the west coast of North America, the black turnstone nests exclusively in western Alaska. It winters along rocky shorelines from southern Alaska south to northwestern Mexico. This black turnstone is using its short shovel-like bill to pick at the flesh from barnacles attached to the rock. Western sandpipers are small shore birds that breed in the tundra regions of western Alaska. After breeding, They migrate south to winter along both coasts of North America, the Caribbean, and South America. It is a rare vagrant to Western Europe. Other birds that we found include rhinoceros auklet, black oyster catcher, Cooper's hawk, Pacific slope flycatcher, chestnut-backed chickadee, and American goldfinches. Typically found flying around the tops of tall pine trees, we were fortunate to find this distinct pine white butterfly nectaring on a flower. It can be found flying from mid to late summer in southern British Columbia and the western United States. The most common butterfly that we encountered was a tiny woodland skipper. It can be found in a wide variety of habitats from mid to late summer across southwestern Canada and the western United States. Because of the salinity of the coast, the only dragonflies and damselflies that we encountered were at the freshwater lakes such as Carrie Blake Park and Sequim. Here we found the large and distinct Pacific spiketail. This individual is munching on an insect. The striped meadowhawk is a red dragonfly with variable amounts of black on the abdomen. It can be identified from similar-looking meadowhawks by the two pale stripes on each side of its thorax and two narrow pale stripes behind its head. It is common along the Olympic coast from June through November. The spotted spreadwing is a member of the spreadwing damselflies. Like other members of the family, it typically spreads its wings when perched, but will close them in bad weather and at night. The Thule Blue Hat can be told from similar-looking bluets by having more black than blue on its abdomen. It is common in a wide variety of wetlands, especially in areas with cattails, across western and northeastern North America. The only amphibian we found during our visit was this large western toad.